So it's about 10:30. I got in about 4 or 5 hours ago. I'm gonna be stuck here for the next 48 hours inside the airport Terminal 2 here in Korea. I'll explain why. Coming up.
Terrible news, no free breakfast. The lady at the front desk said this place across the hall from the hotel is the only place that's open. So it's time to go find some breakfast. On my way, I saw these two monks headed to Detroit? Enjoy Detroit, guys. The first class Mile High Club also didn't have any breakfast, but at the very end of the terminal, I found this place.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Now, I guess I should explain why I'm stuck here in the airport, and I'm here drinking my water. That's why my mask is off, of course. The reason I'm stuck here is because I came in yesterday as a passenger. Because I came in as a passenger, then I'm required to, with the COVID test and everything, if I come into Korea, I'm required to quarantine for 14 days, and the airline needs me to operate a flight out in a couple days. So if I were to come in and quarantine, then I couldn't fly the flight. However, when I take this plane out in a day and a half or so, I'm going to Hong Kong and coming right back here. Because I'm coming back in the country as a crew member, that rule doesn't apply. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me. Those are the rules. So because I came in as a passenger, I'm stuck in the airport, otherwise I have to quarantine. When I come back in 48 hours as a crew member, then I'm able to enter the country fine. Just kind of the rules and the way it's laid out. So that's why I'm stuck here in the airport. Thought I should explain why this is happening.
Well, only 47 hours to go now. Luckily, they have some really cool artistic stuff in the terminal here and flexible TVs hanging from the ceiling, which is crazy. But it is a really long terminal, and I saw these carts and immediately had a bad idea. What if I took this cart and drove it around the terminal so I could see everything a lot quicker? And then I realized I'm in civilian clothes. But would they say anything if I was wearing my uniform? I thought I could Mario Kart this entire airport since there's really nobody over here at the end of the terminal, and maybe I could find someone to race me. But would I do something like that? Absolutely not. As I'm walking back into the hotel, I heard this. I was a little disappointed because I thought guys were actually fighting with swords, but the airport puts on this show 3 times a day, and I asked if the masks were part of the original show, and they said no, just something to do with the COVID. But it was really cool to see this. And right behind, you can see this store. And inside that store is a representation of what used to be an old Korean hospital. These bags from the ceilings apparently is what they used to keep medicine in. I started looking for some food later, so I made my way towards the other end of the terminal, walking of course, not on the cart. And then I saw this plane. And since people on Instagram often say I'm not a real pilot, I thought I should grab some cool flight deck pics here. But then I saw this sign. COVID is ruining all my fun. While I was walking back to my room, I came across this guy who started following me around, which is pretty cool, and I met a new friend.
How was your flight? I am a bit bored because I am only ever inside.
I'm bored too. That's my life. You know, it's so strange for me to be walking around in the airport not in uniform, because the way people interact with you, other crew members, people, it's so different than when you are in uniform. It's just so, I'm never here not in uniform. It's crazy.
Okay, I'm headed over to dinner now. They gave me this discount coupon, so obviously that's where I'm going. And this is why I never go to buffets, because I'll eat way too much.
This I actually have no idea what it is. I actually had to ask one of the guys who was up there putting away plates, what goes in this, because I never put together Korean food before. Normally just point at something on the menu. Anyways, he said you put all these things together here and then you add that sauce. Sometimes you gotta feel a little stupid, but that's how you learn things.
All right, I'm all done. Back to the room. I never showed you what this room looks like inside the hotel here. And I thought I would hate it because there's no windows, but it's really nice because I'm not going to have any problem sleeping in late, and the sun's obviously not going to come into the room.
All right, we're on day 2. It's going to be a short day. I found a place that does free arts and crafts projects, and pilots love free, so I'm going to go do that. And then I got to study a little bit, which I'm not going to show in the blog, but I got to study some stuff. Some of the procedures on our flight deck are changing, so I got to study all that stuff before I go flying tomorrow morning. So I'm going to do that a little later. So we're going to do something pretty quick today, and then I got to study the rest of the afternoon. All right, let's go.
All right, here's the Korean cultural experience. And she asked me what my name was, and I told her my nickname was 74. And it kind of is, right? She did the hard part of writing down what those characters would be, and I had the very difficult task of finding those characters in all the trays. Look at this here, we got 7-4, and then red, white, and blue, which works out great because those are the same colors for the US and also Korea. Check out the flag here on the tail of this Korean airline. Red, white, and blue. Then I played this game, I think she said it was called Tuho? It's kind of like darts, except a lot harder to poke someone's eye out with. Obviously, I mastered it in minutes. Then I went and checked out some really high-end stores they had here in the airport, and I saw this Omega store, and I figured I should check out the new watches. This one was really nice. Something you don't know is my friend Stella is always asking for a keychain every time I go to Korea. So when I saw these and knew I'd be here for 48 hours, I had to text her.
Well, I finished up my time here. It's already in the afternoon. I have some studying that I got to do before I get back to work tomorrow. So I got to get all that stuff done. And really, this was, it went fast. I mean, 48 hours here. It moved a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. I got a lot of cool things like my little bracelet that I made, and the people here have been super kind. I mean, I always have a good experience in Korea. The people are nice, but the people here in the airport, especially the ladies who helped me make that bracelet, were super kind, and you know, gave me something else to do to pass the time here. So really great experience. Time to go study, and then we're off to fly again tomorrow.
Well, as I say at the end of every layover, the party's over. I got to go outside, check out, and then wait for a handler. The handler has to come pick me up and actually escort me to the other side of the airport, and that way I can get into the normal side where the people take it out to the plane. I got my 7-4 bracelet on, and we're going to see if it actually says 7-4 or not on there. The way the lady explained it to me, anyways, the way she explained it is it's kind of phonetically is the way I understood it. So I'm going to ask the handler who's taking me over there if that's what this really means. But we're going to go wait for her. We're going to get over to the plane. And we're going to go out to Hong Kong.
All right, I'm all checked out. I have all my stuff here. And I just found out the handler today is actually a guy. He's coming over here to get me. The crew's already gone to the plane, though, through the other terminal, which I can't get to. So he's bringing a car here and taking me straight to the plane, which is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Hey crew, I'm on the plane now, so it's time for me to do my real job. If you want to see my first vlog, check out this one right here, or check out this 747 up here. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep the blue side up.